What is up, guys? Edgy Outdoors coming to you with a new knife, a new old knife. It's one we've been waiting for a while. This is the Para3 Lightweight. It comes in two versions. It comes in your plain edge here. Little window light coming in. I thought a natural light day would be good. And then we've got the Spidey Edge, full Spidey Edge option. So this is something we've been waiting for a while. We knew it was coming out from SHOT Show. Even before that, we knew that this was coming out, the Lightweight. Pretty excited to have this in-house. And again, we have both versions here. I'm going to focus on the plain edge just because I think more people are interested in it. But the initial review, initial thoughts on this knife are, I'm really glad they did this. So if we just show it compared to another Para3, you'll see it really, on the surface, they kind of look like the same knife multiple times, right? You see one, this one's G10, has 35 VN. The steel on the Lightweight is BD1N, CTS BD1N. It makes it lightweight because of the FRN scales. So it's about an ounce lighter. So if we go and we do this comparison real quick here on, let this guy 0, put them down, we're at about 2.4 ounces compared to the original 3.46 ounces. So in this case, it's over an ounce lighter than the original. So very cool coming in. The BD1N steel, I don't know a tremendous amount about it. I do have used BD1 steel without the N in my Man X2 Lightweight. Works great for me. I'm, again, a very light, office type user, so the way I use it is fairly simple. Boxes, letters, maybe a zip tie or two here or there, cutting open plastic, stuff like that. So on the surface, this is very much like, the traditional Para3. As I started to look at it and look over some things, there's some pretty interesting differences. First of all, what I think is one of the coolest ones is, ta-da, the wire clip, deep pocket carry wire clip. This is awesome. Having this on there, I'm so happy this is here. We don't have to go in and do like you do with the other one and go out, the original, and get a aftermarket deep carry pocket clip if that's what you like. It just rides nicer with a deep carry pocket clip, and I think this is awesome that it's in there. Some other things that I think are different that you'll notice is the lanyard hole on this is a little bit different. If I can zoom in, I'll try to show you that. So you can see the lanyard hole on the original is a little bit bigger. It's all the way out at the tip. The lanyard hole on the Lightweight is moved back so that it can allow for the deep carry pocket clip. It's also a little bit smaller, but for those of you that like putting a lanyard on your knife, I think you're really going to like the lanyard hole on these guys. So those are two of the very key ones. Now another one that I think is actually a little bit different is the ergonomics between these two. So the ergonomics, when you look at this particular, the original, it's just kind of square. You realize there's not a lot of contouring in the G10. I mean, I wouldn't say there's any hot spots, but there's not much contouring that's going on. When we look at this guy, and I'll zoom in again here so you can kind of see this, you'll see because it's FRN, there's contours all over, right? The contours here, and on top. And so what that ends up doing, I think, is it makes it feel thinner, along with the fact that the pocket clip is shorter, right? It doesn't go down as far. When you grab on to the Lightweight, even though the thickness might even be slightly thicker with the Lightweight, right? It might be just a tad thicker with the Lightweight, and that might just be the pivots holding it like that. But even though it might be slightly thicker, it actually has a thinner feel when you're holding it in hand. And I like this. I think it feels smaller almost and feels lighter. It's definitely grippier with that, you know, bi-directional texturing that they put on there. Certainly it doesn't have the higher end feel of the G10, but I mean, I think it has plenty of strength, even though if you look inside, there's not really any steel liners. The only steel liner you really see in there is for the lock. So the lock looks like it goes the entire length of the grip, but that's the only steel inside. The rest is just the FRN handle, which is how they lose that 1 ounce basically. So it's an interesting variation on the Para3. So if you're a Para3 person, and to show for comparison, as some people are calling this the Delica killer, you could see why they would make that case. I would argue the Para3 is still a little bit thicker than the Delica, so carrying it in pocket might be slightly, you know, it's going to be slightly bigger in pocket than the Delica. But you can definitely see the similarities and how you're really not that far off. This happens to be the Mass Drop Delica in Super Gold. Super Gold steel, one of my favorites. I love that knife. So you could see how somebody could make the comparison to the Delica, that it may not just be a Para3 replacement, but it might be a Delica replacement. To compare it to a knife from another company, we can look at another comparison that's been made on the Spyderco forums, is the Bug Out. Bug Out's one of my favorite ones to carry. It's lightweight, it's thin in pocket, and in fact, when we look at how it's going to look in your pocket, you could see the Bug Out is smaller. So if you're trying to figure out which one of these two you're going to buy, this one's going to be about $20 cheaper. By this one I mean the Spyderco Para3 Lightweight. It's going to be about $20 cheaper than the Bug Out. Bug Out is going to have a little bit better steel, S30V. This guy again is BD1N steel. We'll see how that actually, you know, they say it's significantly better than BD1N. We shall see. We shall see. But the Bug Out is, you know, again, one of my favorites, and you know, it comes with S30V for 20 bucks more, and it's a little bit thinner in pocket. So carrying it around, you're not going to find it as much. If we look at the weight difference here again between the Bug Out, something's not flat. Why is it? Did I rip a thing off? It might have. So let's see, the Bug Out is about 2 ounces, 1.87, compared to the 2.4. So you can see the Bug Out is substantially lighter as well. So is this a Bug Out killer? I don't know. We'll see. Is it a Delica killer? I don't know. We will see. What's the weight on the Delica? Let's see what that is. 2.3 ounces. Delica's still a little bit lighter. I do think you can get cheaper Delicas than you can get Paras. But I will tell you, I think it's more of a competition between the Bug Out and the Para3 Lightweight than it is the Delica, even though the Bug Out's more expensive. I think we're going to see better variations here that are going to bring the prices together. Maybe see an S30V version of the Lightweight. I also think they both have better fidget factor, right, with the axis lock on the Benchmade and the compression lock on the Spyderco. Backlocks tend to not have quite the fidget factor. So anyway, I wanted to get this thing in front of you guys, make sure you could look at it and see it. I'm sure there's a lot of other things I'm going to come across as I start using this knife and carrying this knife, and see how much I like or dislike this knife. Maybe this will make a Para3 a little more common in my EDC rotation. But I think, you know, for that $91 range that you see it online, when it finally drops online, I think it's well worth the money, especially if you like having all the different variations of Para3s out there. This is also a recent, I'm not sure if this is even a sprint run. It might be something that's more common now with the brown DLC coated blade with S35 VN steel. So it is an exclusive, actually, now that I think about it. So anyway, I would love to know how many of you guys are planning on ordering the Para3. leave a comment below if you're not a fan of the Para3 at all, and then buy this and tell me what you think. I appreciate the subscribe, appreciate the thumbs up. Look forward to the next video. We have a couple of videos that are already recorded that we're going to be posting here in the next few days. We should have a few up this week. But again, be safe. Enjoy this Sunday, which is a holiday, Easter Sunday in 2019, and keep those knives sharp. Thanks, guys.